and welcome to Transcending Crochet. Today I'll be teaching you how to make this really awesome mesh fuzzy cocoon cardigan. These kinds of cocoon cardigans are awesome because they're made out of one giant square of crochet fabric that you make. So they're a lot easier. You don't have to worry about sleeves. You don't have to worry about collars or bands or anything. It's just one square. You sew it on either sides and then you're done. So this is the one I made. I made this out of Bernat Blanket Burgundy Ombre yarn. I got this for my birthday, this yarn, a couple years ago, and it was just lying around my closet, so I was like, might as well work with it, and I decided to create this. Could not find any of it for this tutorial today, or anything close to it. You can use Bernat Blanket for weight 6 yarn, or any weight 6 yarn will work. So the yarn I am using today is Sweet Snuggles Light Blossom. I just got this at my local Michael's, and this is the yarn. You can use any weight 6 yarn you want, or if you want conversion factors, if you want to use different weights of yarn for different effects, all you have to do is make sure it measures 35 inches across, and it's, yeah, 35 inches by 35 inches. So here's the yarn I'm using, really pretty, really soft. And for this tutorial today, I will be using an 8mm hook. And let's get started. So we're going to start with a slip knot, just an average old slip knot. If you don't know any of the stitches that I'm going to be teaching about today, I will leave a link in the card above for my Basics of Crochet playlist, or it's in my channel called the Basics of Crochet playlist, and it's got everything in there that you need to know. So to start, you're going to make any odd amount of chains, so 1, 3, 5. So I did 85 as long, and my square measured 35 inches across and 35 inches long, so 85 was roughly 35 inches for me. So we're going to chain 85. So you just yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, continually until you reach 85 chains. Okay, so I've got my chain of 85 chains. It's quite long, but that's okay. And what we're going to do is we're just going to chain 1 to start our 1 row repeat. And we're going to start with a stacked single crochet. So you're going to do a single crochet, and then on these 2 loops on the outside, we're just going to place another crochet, single crochet. Like so. And this is the only stacked single crochet that we're going to be starting with a chain for this project. And then we're going to chain 1, you're going to skip a chain, go into the chain after it. So skip 1, double crochet in the next chain. And then what you're going to do, sorry, I just got to unravel a little more yarn. What you're going to do is chain 1, you're going to skip your next chain, which is this one, and go into the one afterwards. Like so. And I'm guessing you know what you're going to do next. Chain 1, skip this stitch, go into this next chain. And that's all you're going to do for this entire row. Chain 1, skip a chain, go into the next stitch with a double crochet. And you're just going to do this for the entire row, and I will meet you back once we are complete this row, and then I'll get you started on the next row, and then all you do is you repeat the next row for the rest of the project. It is that simple. And I'll show you what to do and how many rows to do once we are done the next row. Not this row, but the one after this, row 2. See you guys at the end of this row. So I'm coming on my last 2 chain double crochets of this round. So I'm going to chain, skip, and double crochet into this stitch, like so. And the last chain double crochet combo, chain, sorry about that, and double crochet in the last stitch here. Now troubleshooting for this, so if you've still got 1 chain left at the end, you can just weave it in with your ends after and you won't be able to tell. So if you were like, if you accidentally made an even count and forgot or didn't notice, and you just got an extra chain like right here, you can just weave it in with the rest of your ends later. So now getting started on row 2, we're going to turn to the left. I'm just going to push that across my desk. And to start here, this is very important. We are not going to do a starting chain. No chains for the whole pattern for starting. This is because if you do a chain, I will demonstrate right now. If you do a chain and then your stack single crochet, you get this really weird bump here that almost forms a triangle, and then you got like these triangle ends. But if you don't, like we're going to be doing with no chain here, and you're just going to single crochet straight into the stitch with the stack single crochet, you get these really flat, easy to work with sides to your project. So how you're going to start round 2 and the round for the rest of this project is you're going to just single crochet straight in that last stitch on top of that double crochet. Just straight single crochet like so. And then you're going to push through the 2 side loops with a stacked single crochet. And then you're going to chain. You're going to skip this chain and this gap. And I'm guessing you guys know what I'm going to say next, because you guys are mind readers. You're going to chain, skip this, and on top of this double crochet with a double crochet. Like so. And then you're going to chain, skip, double crochet on top of this double crochet. And you're just going to repeat this row 2 for the rest of the project. So for my burgundy one, I used a total of 40 rows. So it measured 35 inches across by 35 inches long. So it forms a square. So whatever inch count you have here, just make sure you repeat it so it's a square, because it's very important that we have a square to work with at the end when we're seaming our sides together. But yeah, I did 40 rows. So as long as it looks squarish and measures squarish, we're good. So I will see you guys at the end of the 40 rows. And if you need some help with this row, you can just rewind the video and rewatch. So I hope you have a fun 40 rows. Enjoy, and I will see you at the end of the 40 rows. So I'm at the end of round 2. I'm just finishing up my last chain. And I just want to show you guys, because sometimes it can be a little tricky where you put your stitch in here. So this is your chain. And then this is the top of your double crochet. This is the side of your double crochet. So what you're going to do is you're going to skip this and go into that very top of that double crochet with a double crochet. Like so. I flip mine to the left. And then what you're going to do is you're going to place a single crochet right in top on this stitch here. Like so. No beginning chain, like I said. And then you're just going to do a stacked single crochet, like so. And then you're going to chain. Okay, you guys, start on round 3 since I'm here. On top of this double crochet. And then you're going to do another chain. And on top of this double crochet all the way down for the rest of this pattern. I will see you guys at the end of the 40 rows. Enjoy crocheting. Welcome back. I'm on the last 3 chain double crochets of my row 40, so I am complete. This is giant, as it should be. So I'm just going to finish these off with you. And last one before I switch locations, because I need a little more space than my tiny desk for this, so I'll have to find somewhere. But there is the last double crochet of this, and like I said, this is pretty big. I've got 40 rows all the way through. I used 3 balls of the Sweet Snuggles Light Blossom yarn. Well, you got basically an entire ball left over, so. But for the next part, you're going to need your stitch markers and your yarning needles and scissors. So I will quickly change locations, and I'll see you guys right back. So what you can do now is you can just, with your scissors, you can just chain 1 and pull through. So just finish off. So I go, here's good enough. If you want, you can weave in your ends too. It might make it a little easier for the next step if you wish. I like weaving all my ends in at the end, and I just pull through with a chain nice and tight, and that's disconnected from the yarn, and we're on to our next step. So I'm going to quickly change locations, and I'll see you guys right back soon for the final parts of this, which is super fast, and you guys are going to be done in no time. Okay, welcome back. I changed locations. I've got my mesh panel all laid out. I just rotated my camera so you can see it's pretty big. We're gonna get started. I've got my prototype demo one here. As you can see, I stitched the sides just with like a whip stitch, and you just stitch 10 inches of the side. So I'm going to go through one, and then you can repeat it on the other side, and then I'll show you how you can fold it into your beautiful cocoon cardigan like so. So, get started. I'm just going to fold this in half, like so. I'm just going to move to the other side. Just going to fold it in half, like that, on both sides. So it's folded in half. I'll move it over so you can focus on this side. So you're going to need your stitch markers now. I've just got my little box here. As you can tell, they've distributed themselves amongst all my projects, which I don't even know where probably half of them are anymore. But that's stitch markers, so you're just going to need 2 of them. And then you're going to need your tape measure, and just measure out 10 inches on the bottom and top. So I start at the top. So for me, right here is 10 inches. We'll call it on this double crochet because it's easier work on the tops of your double crochets when you're ending. And then on the bottom too, here's the matching one, so you're just going to slide it through like so, and that just gives you a rough idea of where to end. And if you're wondering what happened to my poor tape measure, why it's purple at the bottom, I was making a hand-knit blanket. But if you guys want a tutorial on that, leave a comment down below as well. If you want a tutorial on how to make hand-knit blankets, because they're super comfortable and nice and warm. So if I get enough comments on it, I will make one for this channel. Okay, and I'm just grabbing my darning needle now, one with a big eye, because it's fluffy yarn. So what you're going to do is you're going to take just a length of yarn. I'm always paranoid that I'm going to run out, so I probably will do this way longer than needed. But just what you think is an appropriate length of yarn. I would definitely not follow me because, like I said, I'm paranoid about running out before. So I'm just going to cut that off. So a quick trick for this, what you're going to do is you're just going to take a piece of Scotch tape, as seen here, and all you're going to do is you're going to take the tip of your yarn and you're just going to fold it in half, like so. It doesn't even have to be that good. You can leave like the sticky part out. Then you're going to take your scissors and you're just going to cut it at an angle. You can throw the extra piece out, but now you got this little pointy tip, which is really helpful when you're dealing with fluffy yarns like this. And then all you can do is you can slide it through your darning needle or like so. And then you can just trim off the tape end once you're done. Cool. So now we got our length of yarn. And we got the side of our panel here. So what we're going to do is we're going to start at the very edge. So here's my 2 edge stitches. And what I do just to make sure this stays secure on the bottom is I just tie a simple knot once I reach the end of this. And like I said, I weave in all my ends after a project. I just find it a lot more satisfying that way. But you can weave in your ends before, so you're dealing with too many ends on one side. And then all you're going to do is you're going to go from one side to the other side and through, like so. And you're just going to continue going one side to the other, matching stitch on the other side, through. And you're just whip stitching all the way down this project, like so. And if you can't see what I'm doing, I'll drop my camera down so you can get a close-up. And for a close-up, so you see we're on our chain space here, so front and back, like so. So if I've got it, if I turn this, so it'll be a little easier for you. So it's a little easier to see what I'm talking about. As you go through these two, these are your double crochet posts, like so. And then here's your chain stitches, so here and here. And you can just pull it tight, and you can't even tell where you made your stitches. So here's the top of your double crochet on front and back, and you just pull through. Now, many of you probably will ask in the comments below, why didn't I choose to like slip stitch this or single crochet to join? I just find this makes a lot of a cleaner look, because if you normally do like a single crochet, it's pretty like bulky for your strip down the side, and I just want it to be this as clean and as simple as possible. So yeah, but I will see you guys after I am done stitching this up. I'm on my last 3 stitches before my stitch marker, so I'm just going to bring the video back to normal speed instead of 2 times speed and slow it down for you guys as I'm doing these last couple stitches with you. And I'm on my stitch marker stitch now, so all you're going to do is place your last whip stitch into there. And then what I do is I normally take my needle and then I sort of hold up the loop from my previous slip stitch, and I just pull this tight from both ends, make sure it's as flat as possible before I take my needle and I go through to create a basic knot and pull it tight. And I weave in this yarn and both my yarns on this side. So there's one side, you can copy it, so 10 inches, just do the exact same on the other side. If you want, you can rewind this video to the part where I just started doing this. I'm going to finish this up, and once mine's all done, all my ends are weaved in, I will show you guys the final product. I hope you enjoy this. I will see you guys after I finish weaving up the other side, and I'll see you soon. I finished seaming both my sides. As you can tell, the whip stitch looks really nice. It blends in almost seamlessly. So you got your armhole right here on this side, and then I've got my other seam here, and then my armhole on the other side, and you just sort of fold it almost like origami, and then you can wear over your shoulders like that. And we're done this pattern. I hope you enjoyed it. Share with your friends. Give a like, follow my channel. I would love it if you subscribe. It will help me out so much if you subscribe to my channel. Thank you for subscribing. Please like, comment, share. I can't wait to see you for our next project. I've got a couple coming up. Have a great day and have fun crocheting.